Hello, everyone. It's time. It's tarot time with Mom. With Cindy, but with Mom too. Okay. We're going to ask, this is a collective reading, so it's for your collectives out there. We're going to ask, what the hell is their deal? What the hell is their deal? So somebody that you're dealing with, what is their deal? We're going to ask who they really are. What is the mask that they wear? Like who they pretend to be. Why do they pretend to be this person? How does this affect you in a relationship? How do you feel about this person? We're going to start with the archetype deck, and then we're going to get into the Shadows of the Middle Ages archetype. And we will get into the tarot. So we're going to look at this in layers. Layers. Okay, who are they? They're in the reverse. They're a thief in the shadow. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers that they think they lack. Wow, that's interesting. There's a thiefer. That's who they are. What's the mask they wear here? They pretend that they are surrendering their power of choice to the divine with complete trust. That's interesting. Why do they hide this? Damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Why do they do that? Why are they pretend? They're pretending like... They're pretending like they know what's... I don't know. Aren't we all kind of pretending what we know what God wants for us and where we're going? Aren't we all kind of pretending that? Although, you know, at different levels and stages, but this person is. So they are pretending that they've given it to the ghost. The responsibility here is the ghost. I have complete trust in the divine. But really they don't. So what are they? They're giving their willpower to an external authority out of fear of making their own choices. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. The person's interesting, right? So I don't know if they steal money. Maybe they steal money. That's terrible. Stealing anything is terrible. They could be stealing creative ideas. They could be trying to steal affection. That's interesting because we do have damsel here. They could be trying to steal affection that's not theirs. Or any other power that they think that they are lacking. They've actually given their willpower to some type of other authority here in their life. But they've done that out of fear of making their own choices. There could even be like some sort of, I don't know, there could be some sort of blame. This person could be pretending to blame something outside of themselves because they may not want to look at what the choices are that they've made. Oh, that's interesting. I'm really getting drawn into this card. Okay, so this person is appearing like, okay, I want to say something. There's things that have probably gone on in this person's life that because of this, right? This person is not in the best energy. There's things that have gone on in this person's life that have probably caused some type of, I don't know, ill consequence for them. So instead of looking at how their own choices and actions contribute to the outcomes that they're having, because then they would have to acknowledge, right, there might be some sort of fear here that I don't always make the best decisions. I don't always make the best choices. But I mean, none of us do all the time. But, you know, I want to say because of this, there's something more here. So the image that they're presenting is that this is something that spirit, that God, that the heavens have orchestrated. This is part of my path. This is why things have gone this way for me. And I trust God in what is happening. That's a very interesting. I get so much out of this one. So, divine trust. Because they really don't. I mean, the truth here is giving their willpower. They may not even want to make a choice or a decision as well. They might be letting something or someone else make choices and decisions for them. Maybe they are afraid of maybe they have made bad choices in the past. Or maybe they're afraid of the responsibility, taking on the responsibility of whatever consequences on the other side of a choice or a decision that you make, right? So they are pretending that, you know, everything is up to God here. When it's not. It's not. We live in a society of free will. Well, a universe. That is one of the #1 laws. You know. So, okay. Why are they hiding this? The fact that they're giving their authority up to something outside of them, their willpower. Damsel. Maybe... But that's weird, because damsel is somebody who... Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Like, right, relying on yourself is part of the problem here. Because you have, right, it's like, well, sometimes I'm the one that needs to make this choice. We're going to find ourselves at any given point in life, consistently and often, where we are given a couple of choices, maybe more, that we need to make here. And the consequences are there for us, right? Like, yeah, we have to do that. So maybe they're trying to work through this. I don't know, though, because of this. Like, that's not a great energy. That's like somebody who vampires, or is lacking in things, and instead of looking at why are they lacking that, or how can I self-develop that, or how can I improve that in myself? It just all happens because it's God's will. Like, that's what it looks like there. So how does this affect you in this relationship? Athlete in the light. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Well, I feel like you're not choosing the same road that this person is. And whatever that means. I don't know if this is a romantic thing. This could be a friend. It could be a neighbor. It could be a work colleague. It could be a family member. But you're wanting to, right? Because I'm not just going to give it. I'm not. If you do have some type of a handicap, this is not just God's will. How can I work past this handicap? How can I strengthen things around my handicap so that my handicap is lessened, or it's easier for me to deal with it? Like, that's how I see you in this situation, relationship. I don't know, maybe you're even trying to get this person to see, you know, where their strengths are. Okay, if you made a bad decision a couple months ago, how could you have not made that? What would have helped to have made a better decision or choice? How you feel about this person? Well, prostitute in the light accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel a little bit like you see this person with the mask that they're wearing. Maybe you think that this person is transcending some sort of limitation here. That's interesting. What's the bottom? Child healer. Healer, child nature in the upright. Healer. Passion to serve others by repairing, the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Child nature. Friendships with animals. Communication with nature spirits. That's a really nice energy, honestly. It's like healing people, healing animals. Yeah. What the hell does this person steal? Okay, let's go into the shadows of the Middle Ages. Okay, who they really are. Birds. Oh. Look at, like, this, the tea, sitting there with the tea. This person, if this person networks or hangs out with people, they're trying to get information that they're lacking, right? So that they can use this information to their gain to some degree here. again, even as I say that, like, I feel like that is to some extent, like, well, if I'm having a conversation with my neighbor, right? How are you doing? I'm doing okay, or this happened, or like, I mean, I'm having the conversation trying to get some information to understand my environment better, right? Like, it's funny the way the words come out of my mouth sometimes. I think to myself, yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but because they have this shadow here, they're trying to steal information, or they're trying to get information about others. Oh, I said I want to pull these cards out first. Let me pull them out first. Let me pull them all out first, and then we'll look at them in context as they relate to each other. Okay, the mask that they hide behind is everything is up to God. I give my trust to God. Earth. Wow, that's interesting. That's like Empress energy. So that's not Empress energy. Very grounded, very connected to Earth. And why do I feel like I did it? No. Was it Cancer? Who had that reading this week? The person coming towards them makes bad choices. No, that was Libra. Libra, they had a person that makes bad choices. I don't know, maybe if you're a Libra, and that might be relating to that, but okay. They're really in tune with Earth and nature and all of the things around them, and that whatever is going on is God's will. That's what they're pretending here. Where in fact, they may not even just want to make choices. This could also be somebody who's very wishy-washy. I go where life takes me. But, right, it's not to say that's, again, it's how you apply it. Because, yeah, sometimes we do need to just go and see where God takes us. But did they make that decision because they just didn't want to make a decision? And then just letting things ramble on didn't really turn out very well, but that's what God wanted, where they could look back and say, I had a choice here where I could have done this instead. I could have, like, let's say they have, I don't know, I'm thinking of exam, because my own son, they have exams coming up soon. So, right, like, it's to say, well, I think I know everything I need to know. It's God's will that the exam will have the questions on it that I know the answer to, right, instead of studying. And then going and doing the exam and not doing very well and just kind of saying, well, I guess it's God's will. I'm not meant to study biology. No, maybe you should have studied. That's like all this pretend shit that they got going on. Why do they pretend to be this? Damsel, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to, okay. Maybe you're somebody who understands the nature of something. Like, I feel like they're trying to pretend something to someone here. I'm guessing it's you. You're the one I'm reading for. So damsel, why they hide the ship? Oh. Something will always come and rescue them. Something will always come and rescue them. Let me get more cards out. Okay. How this affects you is athlete in the light. You're dedicated to transcending your limitations. You will develop your personal willpower and the strength of spirit. That's impressive. Oh, interesting. Water, right? They're pretending to be Earth. Earth holds water. Oh, this took an interesting turn. Earth holds water. Earth is the vessel to hold water, right? Like if you think about the elements, fire and air go really, really well together. Earth and water go really, really well together. Could this person be trying to hang on to you or make things difficult here? Could this person even be making difficulties in their life that they want you to help them with? Because I'm just kind of seeing like how this water, this earth, right? Like I planted some shrubs yesterday at front of my house. And one of the things I do is I kind of, any larger plants that, I make a bit of a little earth cone. So when the water comes in, it doesn't just run away. It's held by the earth, right? It's held by the earth. And I'm saying that like it's so the water doesn't just run away. So the water doesn't just run away. This could be you trying to transcend past this. Like if you're in a bad relationship with someone and it's like, you know what, we really got to get away from each other. This is not healthy. This doesn't work. The person's like, no, it's God's will that we should be together. Okay. How you feel about this person? Now, it's interesting. You think this person is learning to survive on their own? The rider. I don't know. You look at this person pretty well, pretty nice. So, you know, I use your discernment. Like this person's got good news about how they're conquering the challenge of looking after themselves without negotiating the power of their spirit. But that's what you're doing. This person is not doing what you're doing. See that right now. They may make it look like they are. They may think they are too. Like, right, they could be just seeing like the things that you do to transcend to develop a better sense of willpower or self-reliance without really understanding what those things are. Like, you have to be responsible for the choices that you make. And if they, that choice doesn't turn out well, then you have to reflect on it. What could you have done? None of us are perfect. We aren't going to make perfect choices. So reflect on it. What? No. Oh, that. The silence gate, the key, the karma, the camel karma, the key, and the silence gate. Persevering through karma. What the fuck? There's a key to a gate here and someone's being quiet about it. How crazy is that? Look, what would open the gate? A key. Being quiet. Not saying anything about the key that would open the gate. All right. I want to read the birds here. Let's the birds because this is associated with the thief in the reverse. Oh, they are. Were they stealing friends? Oh, God. Could be something like that, too. The birds card represents communication, conversation, and social interaction. See? It symbolizes dialogues, discussions, or the exchange of ideas. But see that? Oh, it even said that. Didn't it say that? Ideas. Stealing. Creative ideas. This person talks to people to steal their creative ideas. What's going on? What are you doing? Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you this too. Because I had a business partner that could be like this. And they'll tell you it's a stupid idea. They might, or maybe they won't. Okay. It's my own projection here. That's what I dealt with. They'll tell you it's a stupid idea. They'll tell you all the reasons why it doesn't make any sense. A couple months will go by, and they'll introduce the idea to you. Like, what? Didn't I have that idea a couple months ago? And, at first you might just feel like, me anyways, I'm going to see how this plays out before I call them out on it. And then, that happens a couple times, and then I call them out on it. I'm pretty sure that's the idea that I passed by you a couple months ago, and you said it was stupid. No. We never had that conversation. Trying to do a Venezuelan accent. If you know me, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. It suggests the importance of clear communication, active listening, and engaging in meaningful conversations to foster understanding and create harmonious connections with others. This person networks for the wrong intentions. Because maybe they don't think that they're creative. I don't think they're stealing money. I think they're stealing people's creative ideas. I think they're stealing people's information that is useful to them. I'll tell you though, they'll probably spin it like that though. Like if you talk to this person and you give them, I was thinking about this. What do you think? I don't think anyone would like that. I don't think that'll work out for you. I don't think that's a great idea. might like not by that just decide you're not going to do it, but you might just say, okay, I'll put that on the back burner and I'll think about some of these different options or whatever. I bet you this person in a couple months would do it. Do the idea. They would do the idea. That's a very fascinating. That's a very fascinating. Okay. I'm going to get into the tarot. And this, yeah. All right. Oh, the Ten of Wands. There's a bunch of, that's the only one that came out in the face up. The Knight of Wands. Oh, there's so many cards. No. Okay. No, I'm not. Okay, the Ten of Wands. That was the only one that was in the upright, but let's shuffle it. Lately, me and my cards were like, you know what? Come on. Could you simplify the story? Okay, the Seven of Cups. Oh, confusion. Who they are. They're confused. I'm going to tell you, this person is confused. This person is confused. The Death card. There it is. The Ten of Wands. It's like, yep, that's the one we wanted, Cindy. Oh, the Knight of Wands. It doesn't matter what I do. Spirit will get the message to you, okay? It's like, yeah, we know how to get past Cindy. Don't you guys worry at all. My guides know how to get right past me. Get to you. Okay. This person, I don't think they like to take responsibility for things. I don't know what else to say. This person does not like to take responsibility for things. Okay. I also feel like, because, okay, there's another thing I want to say here. Because when I used to teach art to kids, I never wanted someone to say that that person stole my idea. I wanted them to say, I mean, they're just kids. It's not like, I don't know, maybe one of them would sell something but they all have different little hands and different little brains. It's still going to come out different. I wanted them to feel comfortable inspiring each other. And I didn't want them to feel like they had to hide a project or that they couldn't ask a friend or even a non-friend and say, I really like what you drew. Could I draw something like that? Would you? Oh, yeah. Like, I think when you approach it like that, they love the idea that somebody wants, yeah, let's do it together. You know, like it creates this nice energy. And I tried to nip that in the bud real quick because, yeah, like, no, they're not stealing. You just inspired them. Were you inspired by what you saw them do? Yeah, I really liked it. I wanted to make it too. That's okay. Why don't you guys even talk about different ways that you could encourage each other? But this, no. This person they do want your ideas. I'm really getting that. It's like if you talk to this person wants your ideas. They're kind of confused about their own ideas. They might be in some sort of a process here where they're having a bit of a rebirth with the Death card, but they're not taking the responsibility for it. They want your ideas not for inspiration because they don't want to be responsible. They don't want to take on the responsibility. They want to go, it's almost like go and have fun instead of, be responsible. What is your responsibility here? That's who they are. I don't think there's any money. I don't think this person does that. There's no coins here either. But ideas can become resources too, right? So keep that in mind. So that's who they are. So surrendering your power. My hair's getting so long. The hairs that I used to think were flyaways are actually still attached to me. Earth. The Page of Swords. It's almost like they're pretending to be really connected to their environment, to see and understand what is going on or why things are happening, right? This is all the pretend little area. The High Priestess. That's interesting, right? Because they're pretending that they've given their power of choice to the divine with complete trust. There's the Empress. I said that Earth card is like the Empress. Wow, and the Queen of Wands. This person is totally acting like they know what the fuck is going on. Aren't we all, though? I don't know what's going on. Why are we really here? Okay. But again, it's not that. Like, I think we all are pretending at some point. It's like, well, God put me here. There must be a point. Figure it out as I go. But that's contemplative, right? Like, that's kind of contemplating and not... I'll say not necessarily pretending. This person is... I mean, this is really divine feminine energy. This is really divine feminine energy. But it's as if they watch something. I said that they watch it to act it out, not without understanding how you really create or develop. Like what you have here, this personal sense of willpower. It's like this person is pretending. They could even be pretending to be like a divine feminine. I don't know what that means. Like they have their divine... Okay, well, that's interesting. Because, yeah, the divine feminine is very much connected, right? To the elements of earth, to the elements of the universe. We have them both here. We have them both here. And the Queen of Wands is, this is my sense of self, right? This is the sense of self that they have. And I am flowing with the universe. Flowing with the universe. But that's all their pretend energy. What have they given their personal willpower to? Okay, I'm going to say this, right? Because there's different levels of extreme for this. Some of you, this person has given their it's almost like I'm stuttering on it, and I think I've hit something here. This person is given their trust to the divine, but it doesn't mean that they're not afraid. Okay, it could be that. For some of you, it may not be as I don't know. They got the Thief card in the reverse, but it may not be as bad as it looks. Anyways, what are they giving their willpower to? Oh, the Chariot. Oh, that's Cancer. That's a Cancer energy, but I think it was Libra that, no, there are flyaway hairs here. They're really bothering me. That's Cancer energy. It could be like a movement, things that are going on in their life, where they're being moved to. Maybe this person has to move. And like, I don't know where to go. I'll just go wherever. Oh, with the ship. The ship. Why? The ship, damsel. They have surrendered their authority to their, I want to say their emotional movement. Ah. Their emotions are guiding them, which again is not always wrong, but it's kind of like, I don't know, is this person not applying it in the right context for the right situation? The Chariot. The Four of Swords. The Six of Cups. And the Star. Okay, yeah, I don't know why they're thieving though. What the fuck they're thieving? I do kind of think maybe this person has given their free will up to the divine. I don't know if it's every aspect of their life. For some of you, this could be. It could be every aspect of their life. But they're probably like freaking out over it, or they've got some fear here that still drives them. Yeah. They do. I'm going to say this person definitely comes off like they know they got everything together. I got it all together. I'm cool. I'm good. I got it all together. Don't. Why do they hide their true selves? Okay. This is understanding, right? Like the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Because there is reliance on self when you're putting it up to the universe. Okay, I'm just giving it. We're connected, right? We're doing this together. This person. I think maybe this person thinks they have to do everything on their own. That there are no ships that come in to save you. Oh, the Five of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. Why? All right. This looks like now we have backstory here. This could also be, okay, this could also be someone who acts like everything is okay when it's not. Oh, okay. Another layer to this is that this person and who they really are, you could say something to this person about, you know, maybe if you did this, it might help you in your situation or with your problem or whatever it is that you're dealing with. And they're likely to be, oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. And then again, they might start doing, actually someone in my life who's a little bit like this, but I love her. They might start doing what you suggested, like after the fact, but it was their idea. Like there's that here too. It was their idea. No, you never told me to do that. I thought about it myself. Okay. Because why they hide their true selves here is, I want to say they have been through something. This person did go through something, and I think they're hiding it. I think they're trying to hide it. I think they're trying to hide what they've been through. And it's been difficult. And they might even be trying to build themselves up financially or make some sort of stability in their life. Also looking at things, they're looking at things a little more Queen of Swords than Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is like, yeah, no, I know who I am and I know where I'm going. And whatever consequences exist around that, well, then we'll face them when we do. It's like, that's like, and it's all related to this divine feminine energy that is displayed in both spiritual and earthly. But here, it's like, why? Because it's really, honestly, they're Queen of Swords. They're looking at everything kind of like in a very critical or cynical way. Or, you know, they're not involving maybe their heart. There is the Ace of Wands, though. Could be a good idea. Maybe you gave them a good idea. Maybe you gave them a good idea and they're going to do it. And then they're going to say, no, it was my idea. I do feel like that's there with this person. How this affects you in this relationship. You're dedicated to transcending physical limits. Water. I don't know if you're trying to help this person. Maybe you're trying to help them connect in the water element. Water. The Ace of Swords. The Sun. The Two of Pentacles. Wait, I used it. Oh, and the Tower. Sorry, I needed to, those are clarifying the Ace of Swords. When everything is working right and everything is clear, and then suddenly it's in perfect balance and then it's not. I wonder if this person did something that took things out of perfect balance here. Because you're determined to be able to get past this. There's obviously some type of a relatively tight connection between you and this person. Like this person could be your partner, like your husband or your wife, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. They could be your business partner. They could be a close friend. It feels like when this person sneezes, you blow your nose. Like, there's some type of connection here between you and this person, that when they do something, you also feel the ramifications of their choices, and you're determined to get past, I don't know, something that has fallen apart here. Okay, you feel, it's also interesting too, like you feel like this person is good news. or this person has some sort of good news about surviving and not negotiating the power of their spirit. Okay, I don't know. I honestly, I feel like you feel like this person can get through whatever this is. Oh, you do. The Strength card. The Three of Swords. The Devil. Whoa. And the Three of Wands. Oh, okay. I feel like you see that this person is going, they can be strong enough to get past, perhaps even instead of looking at life as this has happened to me, is life is happening for me. Like kind of like a bit of a transitional look at life. Maybe also getting past some sort of negative outlook here. I mean, it's very, to see something brighter, to see something better, to recognize their own strength and power. It's almost like this person pretends to be something they really could. This person pretends to be something that they actually really are. That's what this is. They pretend to be something that they actually really are. Huh. Well, that was interesting. And it took quite a bit to pull that one out. The Three of Cups at the bottom. Let's go have a good time. Let's go have a good time. Okay. Oh, I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what would this person tell you if they could tell you anything? Like anything, no consequences to telling you something. Why don't they? And what is this person's deepest thoughts about you? There's 2 options in the description below for the extended, whatever suits your needs. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.